favorite, and he brought home the gold. We go to 215 pounds. Nick Lopez from Washington Township, undefeated 32-0, will take on Greg Sawyer from Delsey, who comes in with just one loss this year. The Delsey wrestler, Greg Sawyer, in the red and white. Lopez in the red and blue.
Award stand. The award winner is at 189 pounds.
And the red hair. I guess that's the way we should describe Nick Lopez from Washington Township.
And it is red.
It is.
At 215 pounds, please report to the
They'll lock up and go off.
behind the award stand.
I don't think that's better than Rodman's.
Sawyer on a single. Can't get close enough as Lopez counters with double unders. Trying to lock something up as they go off the mat. Can't get anything to work, and they'll come back to the center.
This is a rematch of the Region 8 final. Sawyer was the winner in District 31, but second in Region 8 as Lopez took home the gold in that one. Lopez comes in with 101 wins in his career, 90 for Greg Sawyer in the red and white from Delsey Regional.
And as soon as we get our heavyweight back in the middle of the mat, we will have pictures of the 14.
Sawyer was a sixth place finisher back at 189 in 1997. And last season, Lopez at 189 finished in that 7th, 8th place spot. So each of these wrestlers have medaled, and now they have a chance to take home the top prize in a final.
So far in the early going here, it looks like Nick Lopez likes to go upper body. Trying to work those underhooks as Greg Sawyer is warned for stalling.
First warning of the match at 215. Both are seniors.
Shot by Sawyer, countered by Lopez, and immediately goes upper body. Now they're chest to chest.
I think anytime you get close to heavyweight 215, these guys are going to lock up and throw, and that usually is the case. You don't see a lot of wrestlers, well, and maybe at 215 you will, but at the heavyweight division that really are that great at taking shots from outside a long-distance shot.
Right, they're not as quick as the lightweights. You see a lot of this stuff right here, upper body moves. No control awarded yet as they are blown out of bounds. So a couple of near misses for Nick Lopez. The score remains 0-0, 6 seconds to go in the first period.
What if that's distracting? You look at a guy usually and you got to think about somebody's red hair. Anyway, we end this first period scoreless. Nick Lopez and Greg Sawyer at 215 pounds in this final here in Atlantic City. And Lopez will start on the bottom. And we talked about it all day long, just one loss between these two wrestlers in the championship. There's an escape for Lopez. He's out. He leads at 1-0. Well, we've had 2 falls today. One match go overtime. And even Damian Hahn only won by 4 points. That's been the biggest margin of victory between any wrestler. For the whistle blow, they're going to award a takedown.
They gave him the takedown, I believe.
They did.
Little throw by Sawyer. Is able to get behind Lopez and trips him to the mat and keeping his feet in. So he'll go up by a score of 2-1.
You thought the feet were in?
I thought he had it, yes.
Okay. So did the referee. It's 2-1. Here's the escape.
But I can sit back here and say that. I don't have to be out there.
We are tied at 2, and we're all leaving again anyway. 121 to wrestle. And the wrestlers will go off. Steve Isles and Frank Casiglio are your head coaches in that order. As Delsey's looking for its 3rd champion here today.
Sawyer on a leg, can't make it work for him. Lopez does a nice job of countering. They'll start him back. Yeah, Mick, when you get up in the upper weights, it seems the mat shrinks a little bit.
Absolutely. Lopez looking for a trip and almost gets thrown, but they're well off. Nick Lopez was first in District 30 and first in Region 8. So as one of the top seeds, he didn't disappoint anyone, coming all the way through the super regions and then the quarters and the semis here in Atlantic City.
Lopez again trying to trip. They trip, but they go off the mat. Neutral.
Close to a scoring play, but Lopez just ran out of room. Like you say, that mat shrinks. And the injury clock will start for Greg Sawyer in the red and white from Delsey Regional. Well, Joe Alexander at 112 was a champ for Delsey today. Delsey also picked up a champ at 145. Let's get a look at the possible injury here.
Lopez trips. It looks like he may have caught in Sawyer's ankle, and when they fell down, maybe twisted a little bit.
Well, we talked about the
Gets
scoring
behind
play.
him.
I thought he was out of bounds.
Yep, his feet are in.
All right.
I guess the question is, did he have control or not? And you got to kind of figure there's a mat judge out there. He didn't overrule it, so maybe it was too close to call, so he's going to let him stick with it.
Regardless, Sawyer's back on his feet. We are tied at 2-2 in the second period with just 31 seconds to wrestle. Here at 215 pounds, Nick Lopez from Washington Township in the red and blue, taking on Delsey's Greg Sawyer in the red and white. Well, there was a slip.
I think there's an injury. I think he indicated he was hurt before Lopez jumped on him. Maybe his ankle just gave out.
Well, Sawyer had a problem with an ankle just a moment ago. The injury clock will start once again for Greg Sawyer. Hope you've been enjoying this action from Atlantic City today and all the interviews with Mark Rossman as well, Matt Side. Pleasure to hear from virtually all the champions here today at the Bob Stores NJSIAA Championships here in Atlantic City. So our march to victory, as far as wrestling is concerned, has almost come to a close. The heavyweights are on deck. There you'll see Antonio Garay from Rahway taking on Roy Attia from Bailey Ellard. And still not many empty seats here in Atlantic City as the wrestling contingent has decided to stay and watch all 14 championship bouts, and why not? When you get to this level, I mean, you can split hairs among the 28 finalists we've seen out here today.
Yeah, it's been I think it's been a great tournament. There's been a lot of competitive matches, a lot of exciting matches. And Sawyer is out of time. He's ready to go. So if he gets hurt one more time, he'll be done.
He'll have to default. They tape up that left ankle, and I understand he did have a cast on his ankle right around the districts. So that has been a problem spot for him, but still he's made it all the way to a final.
Again, Lopez goes underhooks.
They're off, and they'll come back to center as the second period is almost wound out. You don't want to give up any stall points here, although Sawyer took a step back. He's already been warned once, but time will wind out. And we end the second period tied 2-2. Nick Lopez and Greg Sawyer. On the right, Frank Consiglio from Washington Township. As his wrestlers on the top, Nick Lopez to start this third period.
Lopez with a half Nelson. We'll jump to the side with that.
Yet Sawyer almost was able to roll through it. Well, Lopez is riding a little high.
And you wonder with that ankle, if Sawyer can't get a whole lot of push off, it may be difficult for him to get to his feet.
And most people are right-handed, which means your plant foot is your left.
We'll have to wait and see if that comes into play. Lopez has to be careful that he continues to take angles while he's on top.
Well, they'll go off. Nick Lopez has been in control here in this third period as Sawyer has had trouble coming off the bottom. But if he can get out, he'll take a lead as we are tied 2-2.
Well, Lopez, with its score tied, he'll have to turn him. If he can't, he's going to have to cut him loose. goes optional start.
And he will cut him right here. 3-2 for Sawyer with this escape.
Both wrestlers going upper body. Lopez tries to trip as they go off the mat.
Lopez was out of bounds. And you can see that Sawyer is really slow to get up. Steve Isles is the head coach from Delsey. He already has 2 champs, and he's already said that this will be his last season as a head coach. He's trying to go out with 3 champions, 3 from 3 in the final. That'd be a great way to cap a career.
Lopez again with underhooks.
Well, I'll tell you, you got to start thinking that maybe they just need bigger mats. That concrete has got to hurt.
It does. Sawyer's got to hustle back there.
Now the ankle is the question.
The disadvantage for Sawyer is that he won't be able to take a good penetration shot if that's his plant foot. And with Lopez going underhooks and he's pushing back against that ankle, tries a lateral drop. They go off the mat, and they'll come back. Now Sawyer's also got to be concerned about getting hit for stalling.
3-2 the score, though, and with all this throwing going on, not counting for points, the Delsey wrestler is still in the lead.
And there's the stall.
It'll tie it up 3-3, and the wrestlers go off. So a stall point awarded to Lopez, and we are tied 3-3.
Let's go.
With 25 seconds to wrestle. We've already had 1 go overtime here today. That was back at 171 as Rich Gildner from Southern Regional was a champ, defeating Aaron Freer. And now it looks like Lopez will have some injury time start.
Which kind of works to Sawyer's advantage. He'll give himself a little bit more time to do some work on the ankle. As Lopez takes his injury time. Looks like they're going to be working on his wrist.
Another look at this one here, Rich.
Sawyer in on a leg. Just can't pick up the second ankle.
So Lopez being attended to as they're taping up his right wrist. Injury time still winding down. Lopez has 1:20 to go there. We are 3-3. Lopez has not been hit for stalling. Sawyer has been hit for stalling twice. So this one is up for grabs. Here at 215 pounds, we're in the 3rd period with 25 seconds to wrestle. We're going down to the wire again.
And the last thing the officials want to do is decide this match with a stalling call. So Sawyer's going to have to stay in the center there, work some offense. Look for Lopez to go underhooks.
Lopez just missed with that lateral drop last time. See if he goes that way again. Down to 9 seconds.
Shot by Sawyer. Gets off balance. Lopez is going to spin on him, and he does at the buzzer.
Lopez is going to win it by a score of 5-3 with a last second takedown. Well, Sawyer didn't want to get hit for stalling, but he missed on his shot attempt, got out of position. And Nick Lopez from Washington Township, red hair and all, is your champion at 215 pounds.
Again, you got to wonder if that ankle causes that bad shot. Lopez counters, capitalizes, and wins the title.
We'll come back in just a moment here at Atlantic City.
Good reason wrestling matches are 6 minutes long. Sometimes it takes that long to decide, and Nick Lopez wins the championship at 215 pounds with a win in the last couple of seconds. Nick, where did you find that last second strength?
I found it from the beginning, I guess. Going against Greg, I knew with his ankle that he'd be out of shape, and I knew if I paced myself and just went for it all at the end, I could pull it out.
Now, you were a place winner here last year, but you come back this year and take the championship. What does that mean to you and your school?
It means a hell of a lot to me. I owe it all to my dad, sticks behind me, pushes me every day, and I owe a great deal to it to my last year's coach, Ralph Ross Jr., Jake McBride, and these coaches. They pushed me in the practice room and as well on out of the room in school too. So I owe it to a lot of people.
We talked about dreams earlier today, and dreams do come true. Place winner last year, but today the top rung on the ladder belongs to Nick Lopez. Congratulations. Mick, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mark Rossman. And we take a look at the way Lopez was able to pick up the takedown and the victory. And it looked like Sawyer missed on the shot, Rich.
Yep. He knows he's got to take a shot so he doesn't hit for stalling. Takes a shot, but his head and back is down. Lopez is able to spin on him, just clears the arm, picks up the 2-point takedown that decides the match for him.
All judges are reminded immediately following the heavyweight bout.
So once again, your state champ here at 215 pounds is Nick Lopez. He finishes his year 33-0 from Washington Township.
Final event, the 1998.
So with that behind us, we move to our final